I met this dude recently, and he taught me a lesson, a very big one, because he told me he was just coming out of jail. And I'm like, what happened? He got in trouble because it's kind of a story that looks like a movie, but I learned a lot from it.
From him, okay.
Yeah, he said he went back home suddenly one day and found his girlfriend, his fiancée, whatever, who they lived together. He found her naked with another man. And so he was mad. For a moment, he didn't even know what he was supposed to do. Then suddenly, he tried to fight the man, but the man escaped because the lady held him back.
Oh, the lady held him back?
Yeah. The lady, he said the lady was like telling him, don't touch him, don't touch him. So he realized that maybe the lady was even in love with the man, and because of that, he turned back and he lost it. So he beat the hell out of the lady. And of course, you know where that leads? Jail, of course.
Of course.
So he was charged with a lot of things. He said they almost charged him for attempted murder, the way he really beat the lady.
He must have really given the girl very serious beating.
Yeah, serious one. So I told him that, but why didn't you just walk away?
I think that's the right thing he would have done.
That's what he was supposed to have done normally, but he said he couldn't walk away because he has invested too much in the relationship.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, well, it's okay, but that's your fault. He said, what was his fault? He said, is it because he was in love with the lady? I said, no.
No? Okay.
Is it because he fought the man? I said, no. Is it because he beat up the lady? I said, no. Is it because he didn't walk away? I said, no. So he said, so what was his fault? I told him the fault is the fact that he has gotten himself entangled too much.
You're right.
In a relationship. And he looked at me. He said, how? I said, a lot of people, either male or female, right now, are in a relationship that they could have walked away from. But they can't because they are in the same situation with him. They have gotten themselves entangled too much.
Yes.
In that, to the extent that the fact that you have invested in this person or a joint investment, you can't easily walk away. And this is why most women also are suffering in marriages, in relationships.
I think, just like you said, the guy was really entangled into the whole thing. And one of the reasons why men or people get entangled in relationships is like, when they are in love. When most people, men or women, when they are in love, they put everything, they invest everything.
That is a normal thing with our parents.
Okay.
When our parents are getting together, they are in love, so it is normal. The normal thing is for people to fall in love and do things together as one. Even the Bible even says that two shall come together and become one. But in this era now, it's out of 100 marriages, 70 of them are bound to fail.
Yeah, they're bound to fail.
So if they're bound to fail, why now people are seeing the reason why they go into marriage with the exit plan in mind?
What I was trying to say is, being in love is not a bad thing. Just like sometimes they say, watch and pray.
Watch and pray.
Yes. So when you're in love with somebody, you should also watch. Don't get lost in that love. But most people get lost in the love. They don't even know where they are anymore because they are in love.
And some also, aside from the love side, you discover that some men are not really content with where they are. Yeah. They are not content. They feel like, okay, a lot of them date other women. Not everybody, but some of them date other women because of what this lady, if this lady brings this and I had it to mine, maybe it's going to be big, so we live together, which is nothing bad. But I think the trend in relationship nowadays is teaching people to be content with what you have, where you are.
Yeah, because if you're not content with what you have, you'll be entangled.
You may lose everything eventually.
You may lose everything at the end of it.
Most partners, the one that sees your vulnerability, they discover that your vulnerability and your weaknesses is what they are using against you, which means that they allow you, they suck you in more. The more they suck you into that relationship, then the more they realize that you got no place to go. Just imagine now that you and somebody decide to buy a house together, or the house you are living is in both of your names.
Okay.
And or the car you're driving is in both of your names.
Yeah,
if there's a reason for you to walk away, it becomes harder because the fear of starting all over.
Yeah.
After years of being together, it's hard. So a lot of people manage the relationship, which is wrong. So a lot of people get sucked into the relationship to the extent that
some are even manipulated by the beauty. Sometimes when they see a very nice, fine, beautiful woman, they're being manipulated to go into relationship with her, and by so doing,
invest in them because
invest in it.
If she's beautiful or is handsome, they did like, okay, how do I hold him down? How do I hold her down? Okay, let's do stuff together.
Exactly.
And by the time it's time for them to part ways, it becomes problem because
they've been entangled.
They've been together.
They've done so many things together. They've gone to places together. Possibly they've seen families together, friends together. So it's always very difficult to walk away.
You know, people also say that it's normal. You know, when the family is coming together, it's normal for people to bring their resources together and do stuff together. Yeah, which I agree.
Yeah, I also agree.
But the normality has left with our parents.
Exactly.
Because this is
the kind of world we are today.
Thank you.
It's a different thing entirely.
Everybody is out. Everybody is just selfish.
Yeah. So
it's not. We are not saying here that relationships are not still good.
Oh,
they are
and
not
of course,
bad, they are not good
being
relationships.
in love is the bad thing.
Yeah,
No,
it is okay,
No.
but the new trend if anybody go and Google how many divorce happened just this year,
This year alone,
you will know that
be surprised.
a lot of times there are so many reasons for you not to put all your eggs in that marriage.
Yeah.
Because women now, or men generally, are so selfish to the extent that they're just looking for what to get out of the relationship. And if they're looking for what to get out of the relationship, you will be the victim.
Yeah.
So because if a man gets home now and finds his wife naked with another man, in the olden days, the woman is shamed. But this world we are now,
new era we are.
new era now, she even walk away with a lot of money with half of your stuff, even
Exactly.
though she is the one that is at fault.
Some of them can even do it because of what you have.
Intentionally.
Yeah, because of what the investment you have.
Somebody was even saying that some ladies now go into marriage because of what they want to get out.
That means they have something in mind
Intention
before they go into the marriage, you know.
And so some people will now tell us now that it's an investment. When you are together, you need to invest together, like buying properties together in the name, because it's an investment. Even eventually, when you part ways, you agree, you share. But if you know you're gonna eventually part ways, why not do your investment individually?
Yeah, exactly. Which is not bad.
Most marriages, as I said earlier, most marriages are doomed to end. If you look at 100 people getting married now, in 5 years, 70 will be divorced.
But do you know, I've even heard about the kind of marriage that they got married, and the man started, a business. Meanwhile, the wife doesn't know much about the business, and at the end of the day, the man had to, use the name of the business together. Two of them for that same business. Mm-hmm. The two names on the business, signature and all
everything.
That. But at the end of the day,
she's gonna take it.
No, at the end of the day, she doesn't even know anything about the business. Mm-hmm. And when they had problem, the divorce, the woman take over the business. At the end of the day, the business cried because she doesn't know anything about the business.
Of course, this is what I'm saying, that a lot of men are blindly talking about love, talking about investment. They are blindly signed away their destiny.
Exactly.
In the name of love.
Love, yeah.
And some women also, because this boy is a very handsome boy, mm-hmm. or is this or that, they have invested
in the relationship,
their life into the relationship. Now they are stuck together, and now they are living miserable lifestyle. This is why you hear that husband and wife have gone on vacation, only one is returning. One is either dead or missing. This is where you hear woman poisoning their husband just because she's too entangled.
Yeah, you're right. I saw one news recently about a man and a woman. They are old, even in marriage. They're almost 50 years in marriage. And they both went out for shopping, kind of. And I think they had an argument. And the man just came down, went to the trunk, brought out a gun, shot the wife, and shot himself.
Because I think it happened in Burlington.
Yes.
Yeah, in Burlington. It is just because of the fact that the man has realized that if he walks away,
exactly.
he's going to lose a lot.
So
and that woman may have been pushing him until he lose it.
Yeah.
So when he lost it, the best thing is like the two of us are going.
Lose, yeah.
But if they were not entangled,
I think it would just
be like, you know what, forget about it. I'm out. So the dude was just listening to me as we were discussing it. So he asked me, so what is the solution?
Yeah. So
I told him something. What I told him was the fact that from the beginning of the relationship, you should have an exit plan. This may sound very cruel. This may sound very, very mean. But that's the truth. In order to avoid mental health problem, in order to avoid frustration and depression, the best thing is to have an exit plan. That, okay, in case this doesn't work, it doesn't have to be a harsh solution.
Yeah.
We can sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
In this relationship, as we are going in,
because I notice a lot of people don't really sit down.
They don't sit down to talk about it.
All they want to do is, I want to go into a relationship. I want to go out with this. I'm dating you. Let's start.
Let's start life together.
Yeah, I think nowadays guys should really sit down. Okay, I like this girl. I want to date her. I want to go out with her. Sit her down. You guys should go on when you even go on dates.
On date,
discuss all these things.
Because
I want to go out with you, but if we're going out, this and this are the things we need to do.
It brings out the picture of someone who is hoping that it ends. Someone who is pessimistic. But it's a reality.
It's a reality.
Because if you look at how many marriages, as I said earlier, survive after 10 years, it's low.
The percentage is very low.
The percentage is extremely low.
Very low.
I tell guys, the first thing is do not involve yourself in anything joint. Either joint property purchase, joint account.
Sorry, let me cut you short. To even start with, if you know you're not going to get married to this person, don't have anything together.
The problem is it's not even about dating, married or single. The problem is that being entangled is worse because most people are in marriage now and they are suffering.
Yeah.
The men are stressing their lives out. The women are stressing their husband out. But they know at the back of their minds that this person is going nowhere because we are tied together by investment.
Yeah, and I want also to say this, that sometimes it's not only men that are entangled.
That's what I'm telling you.
Even women are sometimes
most
entangled.
times women are more entangled in the sense that, if a woman sues for divorce right now,
she knows she's going to win.
She's going to win. But if she is the one that owns her property, she got no choice than to share with the man.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at this point. If that property she owns is passed down to her or was passed down to her by heritage,
okay,
these families have been living here for the past 200 years or 100 years. Yeah. And a man will come and... So a man will now come and take part of it. So it's better to have a clear agreement from the beginning. Like a friend was saying that there is something they call heartbreak fund, HBF. Now, that if you are dating somebody now, you put like $100 together every month. You put $100, I put $100, you put $100, I put $100. Whoever messes up in the relationship loses out of the account. So now if we have like, let's say $20,000 in the account now, and she caught me cheating, she gets the money.
So she's going to get the money.
The money.
Wow.
And if she says she's done, I get the money.
Okay.
So it brings people together. It's a form of security.
Yeah, and also
you
it's a
understand?
form of checking.
It's
You know,
a
like,
form of checking that if I mess up, I'm going to
I'm
lose.
going to lose, and
But
nobody wants to lose.
But back to what we were saying, the first thing we are supposed to know is the fact that everybody should have the ability to walk away from the relationship without regret.
Okay.
If you are able to walk away, there won't be enmity. You can start afresh. And starting afresh doesn't mean starting from the scratch.
And walking away is not just, you walking away. Walking away, just like you said, from the first thing you said was you should not do anything
Joined together.
So it's very easy for you to walk away. Okay.
Even though people will be like, oh, because he has the ability to walk away, he will misbehave and just walk away. But why do you want to live in misery?
Yeah.
You want to be miserable in a relationship than walk away?
Yeah.
So it's the social media stuff have already ended the era where dignity, self-respect, and love keep marriages together. Now, people are looking for their convenience. Let us face reality. So if we have to face reality, one of the reality is the fact that you should be able to walk away when you want to walk away without making the other person miserable, without making the other person lose out. You understand? What I discover also is that some men and a lot of women are not content with what they have. In the sense that maybe this boy is living in a studio apartment. He wants this girl to move in, add money together, and go get a 5-bedroom. Okay. Now, the moment you get 5-bedroom, the problem starts because you're already stuck.
Yeah.
But if you are content where you are, building gradually, giving yourself a strong foundation, it's better than bringing someone else together to do it, and the person starts misbehaving, and you find yourself you're stuck.
Yeah. Most people believe in tradition, and that's why they have been entangled. Because based on the tradition, you have to live, you have to stay together, you have to do things together, you have to, work together, eat together, wear the same kind of dress, the color of dress.
Tradition was a very beautiful thing where dignity and morals are at play. With our parents, I will say that again. With our parents, tradition is the best way to keep marriages together.
Yeah.
But the new generation have total disregard for So if there's total disregard for tradition, I would say do not go the traditional way. Because there are no more traditional women. And there are no more traditional men out there.
So
a lot of men out there are out there to get what they want. Even though they're struggling to do what they want to do. But at the same time, a lot of men and women do not even believe in tradition any longer.
Yeah, I don't believe in tradition because of the age we are right now. So when you're trying to bring in tradition to the age we are right now, you are doing the wrong thing.
You're doing the wrong thing because now, if normally the tradition is supposed to work, it's a beautiful thing to work, right? But because of the fact that these people are doing this right now, at the end of the day, you realize that if going with tradition is like planning to fail.
Yeah.
And in a loving way, I would like to also add the fact that people should invest separately. If you are in a relationship, you want to buy a house for business, I will help you, but it is yours.
Yes.
I want to have a company. You can advise me, help me out, but it is mine. Let there be a distinct boundary. If there is boundary, there won't be any problem. And also, I think the idea of a prenup.
Yeah, that's very, very important.
The idea of a prenup is a very, very good one, but they said now that most women, the moment you propose prenup to them, they are not interested.
Then that means they have something at the back of their mind.
They have planned from the beginning.
They have something in their mind.
So the best thing is, it's not like you don't love her or she doesn't love you. Sign a prenup. Because eventually, if it doesn't work out, it's easy.
You both walk away.
And if it works out, the children will have your property.
Exactly.
So,
I think that is one of the right things. Then something that struck my mind right now when you back to tradition again. Sorry, I'm bringing you back. I think even if you want to put in the tradition, know also that the age we are right now, this is what it takes. You can combine both together. You understand? Fine, the tradition says this, it says that, but make sure don't allow the tradition to overpower what is going on right now.
Yeah, but the issue of tradition, if we have to look at it, is the fact that number one, they say it's tradition. When a woman moves into your house, you start doing stuff together. And this is where men are getting it wrong. I see people on social media saying that we'll go 50-50. It's good. At the same time, it's very bad. If you're going 50-50 with a woman, it means that you are not the provider. She has the right to do anything she wants because she's a partner with you now. But a man and a woman's roles in relationship are distinctly clear. Because number one, if you look at, a man is supposed to provide a house. A woman will turn the house into a home, right? A man is supposed to provide the egg. The woman will give the egg life. A man is supposed to be the provider. The woman is supposed to be the one that will nourish it. But we have mixed it up, which is working for some people and it's not working for some people.
Other people.
So that is the traditional way. But right now, if it has to be that you want to do separately, in my own opinion, let the man undo the investment side, which means that he owns the house, his name is on the lease or whatever. The woman deal with the recurrent expenditures, like we are paying rent together, or we're buying groceries. You can combine there. We're buying food. We're going out on this thing. It's different. But when it comes to things that is going to tie you down, I think the best thing is do not do things jointly.